Hello, I'm Sarah Ghost, and welcome to my channel. In this video, I plan to cover what my hypothesis is for the future of user interfaces. I believe the future is no interface and how conversational systems are leading the way in this revolution. In the early days of technology, interacting with a computer meant typing commands into a keyboard. And you'd have, the slow green text pop up at you and things would happen, but it wasn't really interactive. Then we moved into graphical user interfaces and we started using mice and touchscreens to navigate our devices. And this is where we're sitting right now. But I feel like we're moving into a new era of user interfaces that rely on conversational systems. And the heart of this revolution, I think, is natural language processing, which allows machines to understand and interpret human language, which means we can now interact with our devices in a much more natural way. Instead of tapping buttons or swiping screens, we can simply ask a question or make a request. The most obvious examples of conversational systems are virtual assistants like Siri, Alexa, and Google Assistant. These assistants are becoming more and more ubiquitous, and they're starting to be integrated into everything from smart speakers to cars to refrigerators. But the conversational systems do go beyond just virtual assistants. They're also being used in customer service chatbots, voice enabled navigation systems. So think anytime you call in to a customer service place and they ask, what can we help you with? Say what you need help with. Give us a shorter phrase. Type 1 for this. Type 9 for this. Oh, wait, we can't understand you. Try again. Oh, still can't understand you. Try again. Every time you're dealing with that, that is a conversational system. And, that's over the phone. That's not even, what we're thinking about when we're looking at our cell phones or our computers. That's already an example. And even in healthcare to help patients manage their conditions, it's being used there as well. And I think one of the most exciting things about conversational systems is that they're inclusive. For people with disabilities or who speak a different language, conversational systems can be a game changer. I know personally, the first time I met my partner's family, there was a little bit of a language gap, right? Their English was a little rusty and I'm learning French. And so we did use a translational app that converted, my English to French for them and their French to English for me. And so there's so many use cases and already a lot of wonderful instances where conversational systems are going beyond, just an assistant like Siri or Alexa. And I think as we continue to grow and develop our conversational systems, they're going to become more sophisticated. They'll be able to understand and respond to more complex requests, and they'll be able to recognize individual voices and preferences, I think. I think this will, really expand the world of possibilities for how we interact with technology. We'll be able to have more natural and nuanced conversations with our devices, and they'll be able to respond in ways that are tailored to our individual needs and preferences. And by all means, I know there are still tons of challenges to overcome. I don't think, within the next couple of years, we're going to leap into the future of conversational interfaces. And one of the biggest issues is just making sure that the conversational systems understand us correctly. Human language can be so ambiguous and full of nuance. If you think about even within, wherever you live within your region, how different the dialects and, the way people speak, people's accents, the slang, the terminology, all of that varies so much. And so to create systems that can accurately understand the colloquialisms of everyone who's speaking is a much harder challenge. But I do think the advances in machine learning and AI are making that easier. I mean, just look at ChatGPT. If you've had a conversation with ChatGPT and you've asked it, like, if you could tell it a joke or if it can tell you a joke, the prompts you can give it, it is becoming a lot more flexible and it's really starting to kind of mimic human conversation. And so let me know in the comments down below if you think that the future of interfaces is no interface at all, especially my product and UX people. I do think, we'll eventually get to a point where conversational systems will be the go-to, the expectation, the norm, especially when it comes to accessibility. And so with that in mind, let me know what you think and see you next time.